cutouts of Donald Trump, and I'm thinking, all right, you know what? They're trying to send a message. I park my car, I start walking, and a guy who is standing next to a life-size cutout of Donald Trump comes up to the woman who's walking next to me. I don't know her. And he starts telling her, will you sign this petition? It's to save freedom. It's for freedom of speech. And my initial thought is, oh, great, it's one of Elon's things. And I hear him say to her, we will give you $100. And I start laughing uncontrollably because I know it can't be legit. And I say to the guy, is that even legal? And he doesn't say anything to me. And a woman from across the parking lot, Brian, she has silver shiny boots on, a flag like Donald Trump, a MAGA flag tied around her neck like she's wearing a cape, like she's a superhero. And then she has this goofy like cowboy hat on. And she starts screaming at me from across the parking lot, calling me unhinged Democrat or unhinged vaccinated Democrat, to which I just start laughing even more because I find it comical. And I don't think they particularly liked me laughing at them. So she started screaming a little bit more at me. So I'm like, just leave me alone. I want to go vote. I've already filled out my ballot. It's already sealed in the envelope. I'm just going to drop it and go. And this woman is yelling and screaming. She stops basically when I get to the footpath to go into the community center. And when I come back, she says to her group of people, there he is, there he is. And more of them start yelling and screaming about me being a vaccinated, unhinged Democrat. It was pretty wild. Now, I'll be full disclosure. I don't know the election laws. I don't know what the rules are in regards to that. But I quickly looked it up, and apparently as long as you are outside of 100 feet, you can display your flags and, put up your signs or whatever. So no problem with that. But leave me alone. I don't have time to waste with you. I had a woman come up to me, Brian. She told me she was from China. Now, for your audience who doesn't know me, I lived in Asia. I taught English, like Tim Walz, for a couple of years. I didn't teach in China. I taught in Taiwan, which is a separate country from China. Let's be clear. And this woman says to me, I'm from China. Your country is in danger unless you vote for Donald Trump.
What?
And I said to her, I said, lady, no offense. I lived in Taiwan. I'm full aware of what's going on in China. We're not even on the spectrum. Like, it's not even close. Like, Kamala isn't even close to that. So she left me alone. But when I came back out, the people were screaming and yelling at me again.
Is it my understanding that one of the women that was screaming and yelling at you, I don't know if it was the one wearing the Trump cape, is somebody that's running for a position on the school board in Clark County? Is that true?
I don't know for a fact, but I've seen her picture all over town, and it certainly looked like her. There was a woman who was outside, and she had a little booth set up with her. I think her name was Heidi Kasama, and she seemed like a very nice woman. But that was the only candidate that I recognized, or I could tell because there was a booth. But I think it was the same woman because I told a coworker of mine what happened, and he told me when he went to vote that she came up to him and started telling him to vote for her for school board. This was at the same location. So,
right.
And his response to her was, well, you support someone who wants to abolish the Department of Education. Why am I going to vote for you?
Right. Of course. That's a good question.
And so she didn't go unhinged on him, but I'm pretty sure it was her, Brian, because her picture is everywhere, especially in the part of town I live in, because she's obviously got some big money backers.
Yeah.
And she was on, like, for me, I had to make a decision between her and I think her name is Camilla Bywaters.
You're right.
And I researched both candidates, and I clearly voted for Bywaters.
That's a good decision. And I think this woman did my show, the unhinged one that was allegedly screaming at you.